Have you ever been in a situation where the people or person you are dealing with has been difficult? Times where you just wanted to stuff that person into a locker? Over the years, I've developed a lot of patience in all kinds of situations that I'm going to share with you that has allowed me to scale my business up. Hi, my name is Mansour. I've been a top producing real estate agent now for over 15 years. It wasn't always easy for me, and I was lucky enough to experience the ups and downs of many different real estate markets. But the good news is you don't have to, as what I'm about to show you will generate business and build relationships for life. In business, like the rest of life, we often encounter people who are just a little more difficult to get along with. Some use the term personality conflict to describe the situation, yet this suggests that there is some sort of unbreakable barrier and that the problem is somewhat unfixable. Since it is highly unlikely somebody is going to change their entire personality for the sake of better work relations, a far more relational solution is to change specific behaviors rather than personality traits. I'm going to share with you what I've learned over the past 2 decades dealing with difficult people, and stick around as I'm also going to share with you my top secret tactic that has allowed me to close more deals. Situations with different clients tend to occur over time. After all, it is not very common to work with someone and find them impossible to deal with after the first week. Usually it is small irritating personality habits that progress over time into larger annoying behaviors after being left unattended. In any relationship, both people influence the other's behavior. In almost every conflict situation, both parties bear some responsibility for the way things end up. Focusing on blame will produce no results and only irritate you further. The most productive thing you can do in these situations is focus on what you can do to make things better. It doesn't matter who's at fault. If your primary concern is to rectify the situation, try to consider your contribution in this unpleasant situation. Perhaps you have just written them off as a lost cause, their own worst enemy. Now, try to consider ways in which you can change this, maybe by getting more involved with them personally. Try to build rapport and trust, all kinds of things. A good idea is to approach the situation in a non-accusatory tone, preferably when you are both calm and in a private situation. Address the problems you are experiencing once you have finished. Let them have their say, and be sure to listen intently so they know you are truly concerned and interested. When possible, find things to agree on and offer something in return. Be empathetic. If you are clearly frustrated, it will show. It is important that you deal with things firmly, but nicely and without dramatics. To remain the bigger person, you should retain quiet dignity, even if the other person becomes rude or nasty. No one is suggesting you smile and turn the other cheek in the face of abuse, but if you counterattack or react in kind, you will almost always make the situation worse. Avoid gossip of any kind, as you will start to involve other people, as well as being disruptive to the relationship. It will make it more difficult to fix the situation. Gossip only focuses on the worst part of a person and paints them in a very negative light. Along with being unfair, it affects your thinking and shortens your patience, especially when you get covert support from others. Like every situation, prevention is better than cure. By using a combination of politeness and limiting setting, these situations can be completely avoided. However, sometimes the conflict becomes so polarized that you will have to go to outside sources to seek help. If the person in question is a fellow colleague, one possibility is to approach your team leader and explain the situation. Do your best not to convince your team lead how bad the other person is. It'll just make you look like the problem. At the end of the day, there's generally a solution to every problem. If the situation persists and you and the person in the question continue not to see eye to eye, then perhaps mediation or some other form of intervention can be necessary. In any case, you must remember that there are 2 sides to every story. Maybe you aren't being as reasonable as you originally thought. Be open to other suggestions and opinions, and be aware of your rights and responsibilities in a conflict situation as well as theirs. Lastly, don't take it personal and keep it always about the business. People can tend to get extremely emotional about situations, especially their houses they are selling. I have also been in situations when dealing with the other realtor where they are treating the property like it's their own, and they too become emotional about the transaction. This does not help the situation to cross the finish line. It is important that you keep a level head and work on getting to the finish line. If you feel the person you are dealing with is moving away from the finish line, bring them back with calm and ease. Let them know you are on their side and you want to work together to come to an agreement. It's very important how you position your message to the other side. This will dictate the outcome. Now that we have calmed the waters, you can focus your attention on closing more deals with a better mindset. In the next video, I'm going to share with you my method on how you can close more deals as a real estate agent. And don't forget, if you want to dig deeper into your business, you can schedule a call with me below. My contact details are in the description of this video. It's completely complimentary, as I'm always intrigued by what's going on with people's real estate business and how I can help. Let's develop a blueprint for your business for life.